Roll call.
Al Whitcomb,
Here.
Dale Sabadish,
Here.
Sam Milkus.
Yep. We set this time aside for public comment, and our new procedure is public comments held now and not during the meeting. So, does anybody have any public comments? Anybody online?
There's two people online. So it's going to be.
Can you raise your hand if you have anything you want to say in public comment? Everybody's raising their hands.
Yeah.
Are you doing that first?
Well, I was just.
Yeah, nobody, yeah.
So you had some public comment?
So what if we have a question during the proceedings? And you have the questions up front before anything's discussed? I don't understand that.
If you have a question about something we were doing, you can, I'll let you interrupt. I'm not sure we'll give you an answer at that point. We won't extend the meeting very far for that. Let's give it a try and see how it works. Okay. So let the record show there's no public comment. Approval of the minutes of May the 11th. Can we have a motion to approve those minutes?
I'll move to approve them.
We have a second?
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Provisional ballots, discussion.
So we had 65 total provisional ballots in the county on election day. My recommendation is that 55 fully count, 2 partially count, and 8 are rejected. The reason for the fully count, these individuals had requested a mail-in ballot but never turned it in. So when they went to their polling location, their option was to vote provisionally. And then obviously I confirmed in research that they never did turn in that mail-in or absentee ballot. And then they did vote provisionally. So I would recommend that those count. The 2 partial counts are voters who are registered in Cumberland County but did not vote in their precinct. So their ballots will partially count. So they will count for state and county, but not for the local township races since they voted in a township where they do not reside.
Right.
Okay. And then the 8 rejected are individuals who either are not registered in Cumberland County at all or are registered no affiliation or independent, which, as you know, during a closed primary, they're not able to vote on the candidates.
Okay. Any of you have any questions on this?
No, I'm good with it.
Can you tell us what the results, is this where you'd like to tell us the results of that?
Sure. So of the partially and fully counted ballots, 32 of those were Democratic ballots, 25 were Republican ballots. So I will say we have a couple of close races, one being county commissioner on the Republican side. There was a 49 vote difference between Nathan Silcox and Gary Eichelberger. The results are now 9,483 for Nathan Silcox and 9,536 for Gary Eichelberger. So it's now a difference of 53 between the two of them as opposed to 49. Okay, and then we also had a magisterial district judge race. It's district number 09302. On election day, there was a 2 vote difference between the candidates on the Democratic side. The provisional ballots, there were 2 of them that I would recommend we fully count, and that will make it a tie.
Okay.
On the Democratic side. So they both were cross-filed. And on the Republican ticket, John Hanner won the nomination. And on the Democratic ticket, now they are tied 351 apiece. So there is, that is referenced in the election code that if there is a tie for a nomination, what we need to do. So we'll need to cast lots for the winner. And that must be done by June 2nd at noon.
So have you informed them of that at this point?
We have not, because we needed to get your approval on the provisionals. Yes. So we have not done anything yet, obviously, until after this
It's a
meeting.
matter of they draw lots and whoever gets the lowest numbers.
The highest number will be the
highest
winner.
number.
Yeah.
And it's, Bethany, that's a magisterial judge position?
Yes.
In which township is that?
Vivian Coick is the current district judge. She's retiring. I think it's South Newton, North Newton, Cook,
Yeah.
West Pennsboro. Yeah.
Yep.
So that area.
So the Republican is on the ballot. He's going to be deciding whether he's a Democrat on the Democrat ballot with this drawing.
Right. So right now, John Hanner has the Republican nomination.
Right.
But the Democratic nomination at this point is a tie.
Yeah, okay.
And will you conduct the drawing of lots?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and they would be invited to come if they'd like to draw their own number to do that. Yeah. So I'll be in contact with them, but obviously I had to wait till you all decided about the provisionals. Yeah.
So I said we should have a motion to approve a recommendation for the original ballots.
I'll make the motion to approve
Recommendation.
provisionals.
And I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Now we have a accumulation of write-in votes.
Yes, so you have the report in front of you there, all nicely color coded. You like that? Megan does a great job in my office with color coding. She loves it. So we had to wade through 7,209 write-ins. And so what you have before you are the different variations of spelling that people were, when they were doing a write-in vote for someone. Obviously, sometimes they don't get the spelling right, the names right, that sort of thing. So the highlighted name is the accumulated, the name we would like you to accumulate them under, and their total votes there. And then if that makes them the nominee for that position, you'll see that to the left of the column there.
Okay,
There were quite a few write-ins, as there usually is during a municipal year.
well, our machine actually makes it pretty easy to do.
Yeah, they do.
Carl needs to let everybody know how to spell his name.
Yeah,
I see a lot of them have to do that.
Yeah.
That's interesting, how many different variations you can have on some of those names.
yeah.
Wow.
Middle initial, no middle initial, full middle name, no middle name, all sorts of,
Wrong spelling the last name.
yeah, yeah. But of course, that's voter intent, so that's why we recommend to accumulate. Yep.
Okay, anybody have any questions on those write-in votes?
So there, I just wanted to make sure, because I'm seeing the same name in a couple of different races. But the Campbell School District had a number of openings. Is that what's going on? So you had like Teresa McCormick right now for 2 different slots.
Right, yes. And so also, if it doesn't say nominee next to their name, that just means they had enough qualifying write-ins to get in the book, but not enough to win. So you have to have the minimum number of write-ins that you would need for a petition, and they'll be included in the book. But yes, if there's different areas, or sometimes people are running a write-in campaign and word gets out past maybe the district where they live, so you'll see their name written in for various offices kind of throughout their area of the county.
So if it doesn't say nominees, they're not, they didn't make it.
Nope, they're just gonna go in the result book though. So, yeah.
Okay. We good?
Yep.
Need a motion to approve the accumulation of write-in votes?
I'll move to approve the report as presented.
We have a second?
I'll second.
Any other discussion? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. And the next is a discussion approval to lay the result books on display.
Yes, so those are the big books there right in front of you. I would need your approval to do that. They will be on display until our next Board of Elections meeting next Tuesday. We'll leave the hard copies here with the Commissioner's office, and then we will have some on display in our office, and then of course they'll go right on our website after this meeting. So the voters can have a chance to look at the
So they will be
unofficial
on the
results.
website. That's-
Yes, they will. Yep, and as soon as this meeting's over, Megan's ready to go, queued up and ready.
Okay. Any other discussion, questions on that?
Hal, did we get any military ballots in?
I haven't gotten to that part yet, but no, we did not.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
And when you say putting them on display, so what we just acted on will be accumulated into these?
Yes, so that voters can look at all of that. Yeah,
Okay.
Plus it'll be on the webpage,
yes,
which I think is more likely where people will be looking.
yeah, probably the website. They might not come in and see me, I don't know.
Just makes all the results public now.
Yes, basically you're making everything public. So the provisionals, the write-ins, all of those things that you're approving. Yep, it will make them public now. Yep,
So we need a vote to approve to lay the result books on display.
I'll make a motion to make public the result books.
Do we have a second?
A second.
Any other discussion? All in favor? Opposed, motion carries. Next is a discussion of approval to submit the unofficial returns to the Department of State.
So that's the smaller, on top of the books there is the report. The Department of State needs the statewide, the judges, superiors.
I see.
They need those results today, which again will include the provisionals and write-ins.
So I guess we'll be signing that, right?
Yeah, so I'll need you to sign those and sign the book before I let you leave today.
Not to run out.
Yeah, no running out.
Okay, so we need to have approval to submit the unofficial returns to the Department of State.
So moved.
I'll second it.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Okay, and then your update.
So just a
A
couple.
lot of updates there, but
Yeah, I know, I feel like we've already done them all, right? So I don't have a lot, but, so one of the things I was going to mention is that we did not receive any military or overseas ballots after 8 PM on Tuesday. And again, those would have had to have been postmarked by the 15th and delivered to us today. We had none that came in the mail today. So we've had nothing since Tuesday at 8 PM with the military and overseas. And just, we had a really smooth election day. Everything went really well. We had the usual kind of, most issues were campaigners outside, arguing with each other and things like that. But as far as our process and what we do, everything went really well and smooth. And of course, we had so many wonderful county employees that came to help us on election day. They worked at answering the phones and just being a part of the whole process. And that was really, they're instrumental in the whole process. So I think we had over 50 different county employees helping us throughout the day. So that was really amazing and so helpful. So.
well, all I can tell you is the smoothness of the election had to be partially the results of your training that you do for these people. I was impressed by that thoroughness of that training and how much they have to learn to be a judge of election. So I commend you guys for doing a great job.
Congratulations on a well-run day.
Thank you.
Okay, anything else to come before this meeting? If not, we do have a request to go into executive session on pending litigation.
I do not have anything for the board.
So we don't have anything, so I guess any other business to come before this board?
I just wonder how many military ballots came in.
None.
I don't have that number in front of me, but I can get it for you.
You mean some did come in?
You do keep it, those separate.
So the military ballots can come in just like any other ballot up until 8 PM on Tuesday. So we received military back. They don't have to wait this long to send them back. They're just allowed this option as part of the law because obviously they live in other
Right.
parts of the country,
Also,
the
you
world.
might have had some of those.
Oh, we've had them returned for sure,
Oh, I
but
see.
since 8 PM on election night, we did not. And again, those need to be postmarked the 15th and be delivered by today.
So any military ballots that were counted.
Yes, they were counted with with everything else on election night.
got it.
But then anything after 8 PM, we did not have any more that came in.
Does that go for overseas too?
Yeah, military and overseas.
Okay, can we have a motion to adjourn?
I'm going to adjourn.
I'll second it.
We're adjourned. Thank you all for.